Hey, what's up, everybody? All right, so we didn't get much snow last night. It actually just snowed just a little bit, so it wasn't much. So we'll go out here and check it out here in a second. And I'm just getting my morning going here. Just made my coffee, just pulling it off of the stove, and gonna pour this into the cup, and then we'll take it outside. We'll take the computer outside and check it out and see what we got for snow. So I did wake up at like 3 o'clock or about 2 o'clock in the morning, and I made some biscuits because I was kind of hungry. And it was snowing then, but I think what it was is that it's just the temperatures are just not warm enough. I'm sorry, not cool enough to make it stick, and so it's we didn't get a whole lot. So let's go here. I'm gonna throw on my shoes. We'll go outside and check this out real quick. It's basically everything's just frozen from all the rain because we had a ton of rain, and which is gonna make everything look really pretty and also make ATV riding awesome this weekend. But here's the snow. It's not. I mean, it's nothing really. There's just like a little bit on the ground. Everything's frozen right now. Um, there's like a little bit over there on the wood pile and stuff like that. It does look like the ridge over there, even though you can't see it because it's blown out. There's a lot of snow that's on the underside there. You can kind of see like white pockets and stuff like that. But overall, it wasn't much, and so it was flurrying a lot, but it just didn't stick, and so I just don't think it's gonna be like that. So, hey, what's up, Lisa? Thanks for tuning in. Good morning back at you. Thanks, everybody. This is kind of just impromptu. I just was like, let's do a live stream, and Sierra's over here. She just had her breakfast. Let me move her water real quick. She just had her breakfast. She's right here chilling. What are you doing, no stinker? What do you got, baby girl? Oh, I know you're just such a little lover girl. Yeah, I know you're just a stinker. What you doing? She's showing off for the camera right there. So, but everything's going good here, and I actually got really good sleep last night for the first time in about a week, which was really good. So, but like I said, the snow it just didn't hit, and hopefully there's another storm coming on Tuesday, and maybe we'll get a little bit of accumulation. It's supposed to be a lot colder, and so I think when it's colder like that, when it starts out and it's just rain, the rain permeates the ground, and it wasn't cold enough to turn to snow. And it turned to snow for like 3 hours, but then nothing really stuck. So, all right, let's see here. Let me get back to some comments here. Emmy Green, how you doing? Good morning back at you. It's happy to be here on a Friday morning. Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate you joining. All right, Andy Tuesday, what's up? Hot coffee weather, that's for sure. Let me grab my hot coffee right now. Let's see, what else have we got? Love from India. Thanks for tuning in. That's awesome. I love looking at my analytics and seeing like India, Pakistan, Afghanistan, like all those countries that I've never been to, but I've heard amazing things about just the terrain out there. So that's really cool. So thanks for tuning in. Hello from Florida. Oh, hey Sheila, how's it going? Heading to work soon. Hope you have a good day. Alan, good morning from Phoenix. Wish I was. Oh, cool. Yeah, I bet you get some good temperatures down in Phoenix. So I wonder if y'all got some rain with that storm that came through. So let's see here. Matthew, good morning, guys. What are your Christmas plans? Oh, we're gonna stay here in the camper, so it's gonna be just me and Sierra. We have a nice mellow Christmas, just chilling. I still don't have my truck back yet from the mechanic in Cortez, so hoping to get that back soon. So, so Lisa, oh yeah, so I just answered that question. So, yeah, I'm just getting my truck. I don't know when I'm getting my truck back. I hope to get it back soon. So I need to call him and see what's up. So, all right. So Cindy Lee, DP. Good morning, everyone from Roseville, Michigan. Oh, cool. Thanks for tuning in. Christy, good to see you. Oh, cool. Thanks for tuning in. Living with Leif. Good morning. Rain Dog, yo, back at you. Gary Williams, I love watching. Oh, thank you, Gary. Thanks for tuning in. I really appreciate that. All right, Vicky. Hey, boy. Hey. She's beautiful. Yeah, she's she's over there, just kind of tucked down in the corner. If you all can't see her, she's right there. So, all right, let's see what else. Let's see. Hello from Goosey Channel Island. Keep safe. All right. Thanks for tuning in, Danny on a dime. Good morning, Alberta, Canada. Cool. FR, trust me, Afghanistan sucks. All right. Well, living with Leaf back. Okay, cool. All right, Alan. Let's see. Okay, looks like we're all. Good morning from Malaysia. Wow, we got a lot of people from around the world tuning in. That's awesome. All right, cool. Good morning from the United Arab Emirates. That's awesome. Thanks everybody for tuning in. All right, so I've got the. I went ahead and put my skillet here on the stove, and I think I might. Let me check. We might need to get some more wood. I'm gonna put this down right here, and we're gonna look into the firebox together. And let me see if I can. Let me do this real quick. I'm gonna shut the curtain back here because it's kind of blowing it out. See if that helps a little. Yeah, a little bit. It's not the best though. Let me see if I get another. Actually, let me use my headlamp. That way y'all can see. That's the one problem about doing these live streams earlier in the morning is that sometimes the lighting is not good enough to where I can actually like show y'all what I'm doing. There it is. All right, let's see here. There we go. Let's turn this around. I'm going to look in the stove box here. Now, I want to caution everyone when you're wearing synthetic clothing like this, sticking your hand in a stove box like this. If you touch any part of the metal here that has that's hot, you'll get holes in your stuff, and so that's why like puffy coats and stuff like that around wood stoves are never a good idea. Any sort of synthetic like wind blockers or anything like that, they will melt super easy. So that's why I like wearing these huge gloves. These are welding gloves you can get at like any welding store, and they'll last you a full season of like sticking your hand in here and working around with it. That way, if you don't have like a little poker, like let's see, where's the little poker at that I have? I don't know what I do with it. It's around here somewhere. If you don't have a little metal poker or like a little thing like this, like a little scoop to help you move the stuff around here, you can use these, and they won't deteriorate. So they're good to the point of like one full season. So we've got enough wood in there to cook, so we'll be in good shape. But we'll probably put a little bit more here in a sec. But just a heads up. So that's what I use for like my hand protection. When I'm back here is they're just welding gloves. I can't remember. They're like about $40. But what it is there's a bunch of welding cloth in the interior of this, and then they're padded on the inside too. So you really can manipulate wood with this and stick your hand into a firebox, and you literally have zero chance of getting burned. And they're nice because they go all the way up your arms here, and so like this goes past my elbow, and so there's no firebox that's that big that I'm working with, so I don't have to worry about it. If I stick my hand all the way to the back of this firebox, it'll still cover it. So we're in good shape with that. So all right, let's see here. Let's see here. Good morning. All right, let's see what have we got here. All right, cool. Coffee or pancakes? I don't know what I'm gonna do this morning. I think I'm gonna start with some biscuits. So let's go grab the biscuits real quick out of the fridge here, and then we can transition to other stuff. I got a bunch of food to make whatever we want, really, but biscuits are easy and they're delicious. So we'll go with those to start out, and go from there. For the weekend, I'm planning on hitting the farmer's market again tomorrow. I do have a video that I'm making right now, and it's from going to the farmer's market, and so I had to drive the ATV there because, like I said, I don't have my truck. And Chad and Lisa needed their ranch truck back to make it into their water vehicle. And so I took the ATV into town and said what's up to the gals. And or there's actually there's a couple, and then there's another gal, and then my friend Elena. So there's like about 4 people that worked the farmers market in town. And so I got a little bit of clips of like what they offer there and stuff like that. I can literally get all my groceries there, which is great. So I can get everything that I need. All the basics covered, with like vegetables and all my fruit and all that stuff. And it's good to go. And then every once in a while, I'll roll into the big city for like allergy medication and stuff like that, because we don't have a pharmacy here. So all right, let's see what else we got here. Kelly Brown, good morning from Austin. Cool. I used to work for a company out of Austin, Texas. It was in North Texas or North Austin. Golly, how long ago was that? That was like over 12 years ago. I mean, I imagine Austin has changed a lot since. I heard that a lot of people have moved there and stuff like that. Let's see if I can get this light from there. That's much better. All right, let's do this, and we'll talk to some comments. What do I do with my coffee? Oh, it's right behind me. All right, hey, I got the ATV back from Ride Now, the first one that I bought, and so that thing's back, which is nice, and it's got a winch on the front of it. They also put some new tires on it, which was good. We got it all fixed up, and it's running great. And so I'm going to use that to build out the place around here, and then probably sell it and use the other one. The other one, the 2022, has a way better suspension. The utility model naturally has kind of a stiff suspension with it, but it's good for like hauling stuff around and using it as a work vehicle and stuff like that. And the other one that I have, the 2022 that I got, because the other one was in the shop for 7 weeks. The 2022 that I got to get stuff done around here, it's awesome, but I don't want to beat it up. I'd rather have that one as like the cruising one and to go on trails. So I'm going to use the utility one to build around here, and then sell it, and then use the new one going forward. So, all right. So let's see. Somebody was asking where I'm at. I'm in northern Arizona. I've got a ranch up here that I purchased. We were supposed to close last December, but if y'all recall, the guy I was buying it from me passed away, like literally a week before we were supposed to close. And the crazy thing was I transferred all my money and all that stuff, and was just waiting for it to close, and then he passed, and he didn't have a will, so I went into probate. So it took like 9 months for that to settle up, and so I closed on this a couple months ago. I did talk to a lawyer, you know, when I was going through probate, and I was like, hey, they already got all my money in escrow, and I was like, we're just waiting for the county to literally, you know, just take 20 minutes out of their time to address this so we can close. I was like, there's no other crazy stipulations with it or anything. We're just waiting on the county. So my lawyer is like, look, you own that place. She's like, they just haven't legally transferred the title, and that's on the county. You've done your job. She's like, do whatever you want out there. But okay. So that's why I came and cut in the road and stuff like that before I actually owned the place. I didn't put any structures up because I felt that was disrespectful towards John. You know, I even though like he wanted me to have the place, obviously he signed the contract to sell it to me, but I didn't. I just felt that was kind of disrespectful to him and his family. You know, to say like, hey, you know, I'm gonna do whatever I want. And no. So I just did that little road, and that's why I camped on here. And then now we're, you know, 100% closed and everything's fine. That's why I've been working on all these projects, but I am behind. You know, I was hoping to have the entire year to work on this stuff, and then roll into winter here with like, you know, a finished work shed and ATV shed and finished toilet and have the camper in a way different spot and all that stuff. But it's just time got away from me. So, all right, let's see what else have we got. Let me go through here real quick and make sure we don't have any trolls. We had a bunch of trolls hit us last time that how we came through here, and so or that I had my last live stream on. So I don't know what was going on with that. But Oklahoma Survival, eating breakfast from my work truck. Right on, man. I cannot wait to get my truck back and just be back on the road. I mean, I like being here, and it's fun working around the ranch and kind of having a mellow place to chill out. And also, too, all my neighbors are really cool. I keep meeting more of them, and they're just great people. And they're all kind of like me. They're like just big kids, you know. They're like, oh, you got RC trucks, awesome. We have remote control trucks, and so I've been hosting like crawl parties on the back side of my property here with all of the remote control trucks we have, which is fun. But I do miss being on the road. You know, I miss it big time, and so I can't wait to get my truck back. And then I'll have to break in the engine a little bit, so I'll have to go to Colorado and just kind of hang out there and break in the engine with Sierra. So I was talking with Baron, and I think what I'll probably do is okay, here we go. Hide user. I gotta start hiding people. There's these weird trolls that come up and put these stupid links and stuff like that. I don't know if you can see them, but it's I see them a lot. It's like every other. Okay, cool. We got them. So let's see, Josh, bra shorts in winter. Yeah, dude, I wear shorts all winter. I'm actually hot. Like I'll walk around outside. This morning I took Sierra for a walk to go potty. So we walked down the road, and I was in a short sleeve shirt and flip flops and shorts. So I love the cold, and like that's where I think like living out here. You know, the winters I know can get cold, but not cold like I really like it. And so I'm really excited to head to Colorado, especially I think for January I could spend a good amount of time there, and then we'll have to come back obviously and start Sierra's chemo. But I think for January, you know, if I go pick up my truck, say either before or after Christmas, I don't know, whenever it's going to be done, and then you know, break it in and then come back here. Then maybe by like February or March, those big ass storms that happen up in Flagstaff will start developing, and then I'll be good to go up there. But you know, around Colorado, I mean, I had one day where I was outside chopping wood, and I was in shorts and a t-shirt, and I was like, man, I am hot. I was like, it's got to be at least 40 degrees, and it was 7 degrees outside. So I definitely like the cold. I hate being hot. I'm literally the world's biggest wimp when it's hot. So. Oh, Oklahoma Survival. I'm really sorry to hear about that, man. Losing your dog. I almost lost Sierra this summer, and I can only imagine how hard that's been. So I'm really sorry to hear that, buddy. So, let's see. So, oh, hey, Donnie, you're asking. So, did the storm come through? Yeah, it came through, but nothing really stuck. I've got a little bit of video this morning of the snow, but it's just like trace amounts, you know, it wasn't anything special. And last night when I woke up, it was about 3:00 and the storm was starting to hit, or at least it had been snowing a while there. There was more accumulation on the ground. I think the ground's still a little bit warm. So it's just early season, you know, it's not quite the full swing of the cold weather. And so we'll see. Let's see. Let me check. Ooh, I have not been paying attention, and we have been cooking these. So let's that's what happens. I start talking, and next thing you know, I'm not paying attention to anything. So let's come over here. I want to show you what we've got. Oh, cool. We're not bad. All right, so we're in good shape with those. Those are cooking up real nice. You can hear them kind of sizzling. I don't know if you can hear that or not. That's what you want. You want like a light sizzle if you're doing biscuits in the wood stove in the morning. You don't want it to throw it in there and have it go like right out of the gate, because you'll end up burning your biscuits, but you want like a light sizzle like that. Another thing too, which I noticed last night, and I want to show you all this. So one thing about cooking over this stove is that if you don't have any side shelves or anything like that, it's real hard to manage the temperature. But one thing I noticed last night, which was really cool, let me pull this down here, which was really cool, which kind of helps, is this little wood or water heater here actually makes it to where if I pull this over to the side and push this down like this to where it leans on the water heater, there's a little bit of a gap underneath the stove, like right there. I don't know if you can see it. Like right there is a little bit of a gap between the stove surface and the actual skillet. And so what that does is that helps me regulate the heat a little bit. If it's getting real hot on here, then I can pull it over to the side and let it cool down a little bit and actually raise it up off of touching the actual stove, so it's not super hot. And that's a way to regulate heat on here, which I really like. Another thing too is that this is kind of, you know, an obvious statement to make, but just want to tell people, if you're planning on using a water heater like this, keep in mind that if you're running your stove constantly and you're keeping water in there just to kind of keep it warm, it will evaporate. Like, you know, it gets hot enough to where eventually you'll look in there and it'll all be gone. So I would recommend, if you're going to use like the water heater on the side here, just use it for when you're planning on heating up water. Don't use it. Don't just put water in there and then just wait for when you may need it, because when you may need it, if you look in there, it might all have been evaporated. And that's kind of a waste of water. Another thing too is like inside your structure, you know, the reason why using a wood stove as opposed to propane is so ideal is that the heat from it is a dry heat. And so you don't want to be creating condensation all the time and getting moisture in here, because you could potentially create mold environment, you know, inside of your camper or your trailer or whatever, excuse me, or whatever like that. And that's another reason, like, you know, some people ask about propane, like, how come you don't use propane for heating? And you can use it like in, you know, if you're in a tough situation and you need to get some heat going. But I wouldn't recommend ever doing that for like full winter, excuse me, because the condensation that is the byproduct of burning propane is water. And so what's going to happen is all your windows and all that stuff will end up getting all condensation on it. And then if you don't effectively dry out your either truck topper or camper or trailer or whatever, you know, if you don't effectively dry it out every day, then you could create mold conditions, and you don't want that. So that's why everybody uses a wood stove when they get up in cold weather conditions. Now, I mean, like, you know, there are propane heaters that are effective and stuff like that, but like the Mr. Buddies and things of that nature, it just kicks out a bunch of condensation. So that's why you don't use propane. So, all right, let's see. Let's see here. Somebody was asking about why and selling the utility quad. Oh, I don't know. I mean, it's just, you know, I may sell it, I may not, but we'll see. I don't really need two though at the moment. And the one thing about the new quad, which is nice, is the towing capacity is better. I can't believe these little quads, the towing capacity they have. The towing capacity of the utility one is 1,225 pounds. The new one's 1,350 pounds, which is crazy for those little rigs. And so I took the utility quad the other day over to Chad's place because I needed to get some wood, some additional wood to finish up the ATV shed, and just hooked my full size trailer on there and just drove on over, and it was fine. But the utility trailer is much stiffer suspension. You know, it's geared differently. I'm not geared differently. It's designed differently to kind of handle more workload, and it's a rough ride. I mean, it's a pretty rough ride. So, you know, if I plan on doing a bunch of different things around here, then maybe I'll keep it. But, you know, I mean, I could also sell it and put money back in my pocket and buy like a wood-fired hot tub or something like that. So we'll see. Let's see what else have we got. I think. Let's see, Danya. Yeah, so it's about 55, 60 in here right now with Sierra and her little siesta. What are you doing, sweetie? You want to come over here? We're making some biscuits. Come on, why don't you come sit right here? Come sit right here. I know everybody loves you. Oh, I know. Oops, I'm sorry, sweetie. She's probably thinking like, why do you keep looking at this weird metal box all day long? I know, sweetie. What you doing? You want some treats? Don't worry, I'll get you. She knows what's about to go down here with all the biscuits and everything. So let's take a look real quick and see if these are how these are looking. No, still need about 5 more minutes. It's real easy to burn your food when you're baking stuff in the Dutch oven or the stove. So just a heads up, like you know, if you're baking stuff, keep an eye on it. The sun's about ready to come over the clouds here, so we may get kind of some washed out conditions, but I've got the blinds drawn, and so hopefully that'll kind of keep it all at bay here. So, all right, let's see here. I have totally not paid attention to comments here, so I am. Let's see, show. Let's see. I'm missing some snow finally in Colorado. Thank you, Ray. Oh, Scott. Yeah, I heard it was snowing in Colorado. I was talking with Barry on text yesterday. I think their area got hit as well. So, Joe Teeter, what's up, man? Thanks for tuning in from Central Michigan. Let's see. Ah, that's awesome. Glitch. So your box trailer is fiber and aluminum, so no rot. That's awesome, dude. Yeah, that's the nice thing about it. Is a lot of those new campers and everything, and a lot of the DIY stuff that I've seen out there, with like the composite builds, way better than wood. A little bit more expensive to build, obviously, but performs better, and you don't have to worry about all that. Like, I don't know if y'all remember those Kimbos, the Kimbo campers. But that guy, I mean, you can go inside of there, and like one of the issues that they had, I don't know if they still have it or not, is like the propane heater that they were using caused a ton of condensation on the interior, but it's all metal, so it doesn't matter. I mean, like it was all aluminum, so it's no big deal. So there's definitely ways around it. So, all right, let's see. So Joe, you're asking any word on my truck yet? No, I got to call them today and see what's going on. I think what it is, honestly, I think it's small town Colorado. The guy's got way more business than he knows what to do with. And I think what it is all the locals are coming in and getting in his ear, and he's getting all the local stuff done, and I'm not there, and so it's easy to blow me off. And I told him that last time I talked. I go, look, man, I know how it works in these mountain towns. I used to live in one. I said, the squeaky wheel gets the grease, and I said I'm not there, and so the locals are coming in saying, hey, I need my truck, and you're a nice guy, and you're shelving other stuff and putting it back. But I was like, you told me when I paid for this for the engine, because you got to pay for the engine to get it to come in, and then you pay for the install after it's done. But you pay about half, for it. And I was like, I paid for that on October 8th, and you told me a month from then, so that would have been November 8th, and here we are December 10th, and I don't have my truck. So it's just frustrating. Luckily, the quads are good because I can go into town, and it's fun. I was in town, and I didn't know how the cops would be. I was asking a friend of mine. I was like, is it cool if I drive into town with the quad, or are the cops going to bust me? Because it's not street legal yet. I don't have all the stuff for it. And they're like, nah. They're like, no one around here cares. But I was still nervous about it just because I'm a worrywart. And so I rolled into town, and I was like, oh shit, there's a cop right there. So I was like, I just got to roll right past him. So I did, and I waved, and he just waved back, and I was like, okay, it's cool. So I guess the rule of thumb is around here is if you're local, it doesn't matter. Like they don't care. But if you're not from here, then you may experience some problems with it. But it's kind of nice because like there's a bunch of trails from here that there's like 4 different routes that I can take that are all really nice to go into town on the quad, and they go through killer areas. I mean, like beautiful scenery, and it's not that long of a drive, and it's actually I prefer it, because getting on I-40 these days, some of the truckers that I've seen, I would say like 95% of the truckers drive awesome, but there's like a small group, like 5% of them, and it looks like when you drive by them. And you look in there, they don't look to be, it doesn't look like a standardized shipping like rig. It's like it looks like an independent person driving, or maybe just a one-off or something. And they don't seem like they're from the States. They all look like they're from like halfway around the world, and they're always on their phone. They're driving down the road, swerving all over the place on their phone like this. You're like, dude, you have an 18-wheeler. So I don't mind not seeing that when I roll into town. Just driving on the quad's real nice to do that. And it's helped me to get to know the area. Like I found out where all the Forest Service boundaries are to the south of me here, which is just really close. Also, too, the quad is just a blast to ride, and so I enjoy that. So, Sandy, hi, you're asking any snow? And no, not really. Let's take a look outside here now that the sun's starting to come up. Y'all see there's just a tiny bit on the ground. I mean, there wasn't much. There's more ice than anything. Like my steps here are all covered in ice and all that stuff, and the solar over there is all covered in ice. And it's pretty chilly this morning, but I don't think the temperatures really got down cold enough until it got to be close to being in the morning. And I think that's why you don't have a whole lot of accumulation. So what you thinking, Sierra? Do you want some treats? You want me to get you some biscuits? Let's see what we got. Let's see how they're looking. Nope, we still got a few more minutes. All right, so what I'm going to do with the biscuits is we've got this Nana's Always Jammin'. This stuff is so good. It's the jam that I get when I go into town for the farmer's market. So it's Nana's. Yeah, let's do this. Let me pull this back a little bit so you can actually see. It's called Nana's Always Jammin'. So good. And then there's this gal named Michelle, who owns a farm on the next town over, and she's the one that makes the world's best brownies. And so I've got that included in the next video. I've got a little shot of where the brownies are located at the farmer's market and how there's none in there. And I'm like, oh, I wonder who got all these brownies. And you hear the girls in the background laughing because it was me. So, oh man. All right, let's see what else we got here. Let's see. So glitch, you're talking about you had a 23-foot Class C. It was all wood laminate with vinyl. Oh man, yeah, that's the old school stuff. And the problem with that stuff is, man, like as soon as it gets wet or anything, it just deteriorates, and then you can get the mold and everything else. And it doesn't really, it's not that great a construction material. So if you're moving your rig around a bunch, it can really be a pain in the butt. What you got, Pumpkin? Oh, I know. You're just such a sweetie. Oh, you're just coming over here and give me some kisses. I know you're just a sweet girl. All right. I think she's excited for the treats. Are you looking for the treats, Pumpkin? Is that what you want? Huh? Are you wanting the treats? Your little tail's going. It's fun having the world's most interactive dog with me. All right, so we're gonna use that jam though, and then I also got some butter. So let's grab this stuff. Also, too, they got this coffee in town, and it seems to go pretty good for me. I can't really, it doesn't really bug me like some of the other coffee does. So I switched over from the Four Sigmatic, the mushroom coffee, to that, which I like. And so I don't know, it's like just coffee. It's something about justice for all or something. I don't know what it's all about. And everything's got a social slant these days, it seems. I know, fine. No, that's not really working. Let's go like that. All right, cool. Wish I didn't have. Hang on a second. Let's do this. That's a little hot. I want to try to drown out the light back here. Is that better? Kinda. It's a little better. All right, that blows it out. That takes care of it a little bit. And we'll do this right here. See if that helps. All right, that's a little bit better. It's just hard with all the light coming in and all that stuff. It can kind of be a little crazy. So let's grab our first deal here. Got my butter real quick. So this morning's breakfast is going to be more like kind of like a treat session, I think. We'll do a couple of biscuits, kind of hang out and chat, and then I'll probably log off and then just do the rest of my breakfast. I'm going to do an omelet this morning and get that going. Let's see here. I know, sweetie. Just a second. All right. Let's do this one. All right, so here's how the biscuits are looking. They turned out great. And we're going to put some butter on here, a little bit of jam, and then we're going to give Sierra some because she loves these things. So as you can tell, she's very attentive at the moment. And she keeps licking her lips. So she knows what's coming. All right, I know, sweetie. Let's get you some breakfast here. You want some blueberries or do you want some strawberries? All right, hang on 1 second. And let's get you a little treat. You ready? There you go. There you go, sweet girl. Notice how Sierra's so soft when I give her the treats? Check this out. All right, you're just such a good girl. You just such a sweet. Oh, there's not a soft, so of course. But anyway. All right, but I don't know what's gonna happen with winter camping stuff as far as the tent with the wood stove. Because I know I will be able to get some stuff in your Flagstaff, and I've got all the areas scouted out as to where they get the most snow, and they get the most snow in February and March, and so that gives us a little bit of time to do Sierra's chemo and all that stuff, and we'll be good to go. Oh, another thing too is we hit the goal on the GoFundMe, so that was yesterday. We finally hit the goal in total, which is great, and so we're all set with her first round of chemo, and it'll probably happen to where we'll have to do like a round of chemo and chill for a little while and just kind of monitor and make sure no tumors grow. Then maybe do another round down the line and all that stuff. So it's going to be an ongoing process. So she's not totally out of the woods 100%. But I mean, you can see how awesome she's feeling. She runs around like crazy, and it's just a night and day difference compared to what it was like before she had her surgery. So, but I could not be more pleased. So anyway, all right. Let me get back to Let me get back to some messages here. I wasn't really paying attention. So, Baby Yoda, what's up? How you doing, brother? We're doing well, Kenny. Sandy Hyatt, we are supposed to get 8 to 19 inches. Wow. Starting today through tomorrow here in the Northwest Montana Mountains. Oh, wow. That'd be awesome. That sounds great, Sandy. Hopefully you get a ton of snow. So, my corner, but where are you camping those? Oh, hey, cool trucking. Okay, so I'm actually on my property in Arizona right now, but I'm going to be going back to Colorado here as soon as they tell me my truck's ready. I'm out. So, all right. Danya, so your favorite greenhouse? Let's do. I unfortunately am out of that stuff at the moment. So I do have this other organic salsa that I got in town, which is pretty good, but it's not the same as the green stuff. The Cholula green sauce is the best on the planet. So that's definitely it. So all right, let's feed Sierra a few more things here, and then we'll go to some more comments. I know she's anxious for a few more treats. Here you go, sweetie. Now be nice, okay? Be nice, be gentle. Okay, that's good enough. I know you're just excited. Here's one more. Okay. All right. She's doing good. Got to make sure the star of the show's happy. You know, can't have it to where Sierra suffers. Oh, another thing was I need to call up to Flagstaff. I've been waiting to figure out what's going on in my truck, so I can figure out like when I'd have transportation and all that stuff. But I want to start taking scuba diving lessons because there's a channel, Dive Talk. I don't know if y'all follow them. I posted about them before on here. But these two guys from Florida, Gus and Woody, they're really cool guys, and they had a video on there recently. It's done really well. I think it's over 500,000 views now. They posted it up like last month. But it was of these Russian, these like 3 Russian guys that went over and didn't even have proper dive gear or anything like that, and they went and swam around the waters over in Chernobyl. Like they broke into Chernobyl and were swimming through the waters and trying to get to the reactor where everything melted down, and they're crazy. And then afterwards, I got on their channel, this Russian dude channel, and they went to like the doctors to make sure that they didn't have too much radiation in their body and stuff like that. It's just crazy. But anyway, so the Dive Talk guys, Gus and Woody, they hit me up and were like, "Hey man, we're coming out to Utah this winter to dive this one spot, and we'd be interested to see if you want to come with us and check it out." I'm like, heck yeah. So that was like, I don't know, a couple weeks ago, I was talking to Gus on text, and hopefully if we can get that all set up, they want to come winter camp with me for a little bit, and then we could cruise out to Utah and go hit that spot and go dive together, which would be really cool. And I've been watching those dive videos, and it's just like a totally different world, really cool stuff. And they actually do cave diving. You got to go through a lot of different, a lot of different certifications to make sure that you're good to go with cave diving. But eventually I'd like to get to something like that, to where I could go into some really cool spots. And it's just, some of these areas are just amazing. And then it's cool. They've got some stuff down in Florida where they're both from. So like it's these dives to where you'll go in the water and the current just takes you, and you just kind of hang out with your friends, and the current takes you on this, and then you end up at this one spot and they pick you up, which I think would be really cool. So, but I'll keep you all informed with that. Like as soon as I get my truck back, then I'll know when I'll be able to schedule the stuff. But there is a dive place that's up in Flagstaff that does all the certification. So I think it'd be cool to add that to like my adventures and stuff like that. Because I'm never going to stop doing this stuff. I'm going to do it for the rest of my life, and I just love it. I'm never going back to the corporate world. No, there's no reason to, really. Especially now with all the craziness that's going on with COVID and all that stuff. So, I just think that I feel really lucky almost. I mean, I for the longest time, I felt like I was cursed because I got screwed so hard in the last recession, in the 2007 recession. But now I kind of look at it as like a blessing because I feel like I'm ahead of the curve. Because when I got screwed over really hard in the last recession in 2007, I thought, like, I got so pissed because I saw how like Wells Fargo bought Wachovia with tax bailout money. And I was like, what the hell? And then just other stuff too. And I thought, I don't want to be a part of this system anymore. And so that's when I started making steps to like go off grid. And I mean, it was years ago that I started thinking that way. And, I started getting control of my finances to where I didn't have to use credit anymore or anything like that. And then I just stopped using the credit system. And that's nice now because, like, I don't know, when I have my health stuff with the doctors in Colorado, they're like, "Oh, we're going to send you to collections." I'm like, knock yourself out. I don't give a shit. I don't use credit. And so, stuff like that. It's just nice to have a little bit of distance between me and the system now. And so that's where I feel like it's my job to really, really try to show this lifestyle to everybody, because I think a lot of people would like it.
It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. I kind of joke with my friends that as soon as the sun comes up, I'm busting my ass around here all day long, and then the sun goes down, and I'm like, I didn't get anything done that I wanted to get done because there's so much stuff to do. But it's nice because it's like a pure way of living. And everyone around here, when I chat with them, I ask them like, "Hey, what's going on?" It's like, "Oh, I got this going on with my generator, or I'm doing this with my well, or the chickens are doing this, or I'm building a trail for this." It has nothing to do with current events, and I love that. I just love the distance between me and that. So, I feel like it's my duty now, since things worked out, to show this lifestyle and show how functional it is, and also to show the tech that's associated with it, like all the solar stuff. I still need to do the AC 200p battery video. I've got a lot of good footage to put into that, but like with that stuff, solar has come so far. When I first hit the road in 2015, good luck I'm getting a good solar setup for your truck. It wasn't there, and you'd have to go with like the old school systems where you have to get your own charge controller and all the different things, and put it all together, and have to be like kind of like a little bit of a mad scientist to understand electricity. And then now with the way the solar stations are made, I mean, you can get a battery. It has a charge controller in it. They're all set. They're lithium ion. They last forever. As long as you keep them warm in the sun in the wintertime, they'll keep plugging along. And so it's like, I want to show that stuff for people so that way you can get up to speed quicker than what it took me, because it took me forever to get up to speed with this stuff because I was just kind of learning as I went along. And on top of it too, back in 2015 when I hit the road full time, there weren't a whole lot of people doing it full time. So there's more now. There's still not a lot, but there's more now. There's a lot of channels to where people will go out on the weekend and then post stuff during the week, which is fine because they have stuff to do during the week. Maybe they got family or some kids or something like that, or maybe they have a job in town. So not everybody can be out there 100% full time, but there are some new folks that are out there 100% full time, which it's just so great to see it. So I feel like there's like my crew, which is like, down to Mob Overland, SUV RVing, like Tristan. I don't know if you guys follow him. He's awesome. And then like Jay Laguerre, and then like some of the guys, we're all about the same size, and we all kind of got going about the same time. And now I see this new crop of people getting going and having fun and building their stuff. So it's really cool to see that. And it's nice. I mean, as long as I just stick to my content on here, I don't have anything that could ever be flagged for, to be demonetized or kicked off the channel. So I'm just going to keep spreading the good vibes. There's enough negativity out there. And trust me, I could talk about negative stuff if I wanted to, but I just don't think that that's what the focus of the channel should be. So I kind of went off there a little bit. Sorry, but somebody's asking here. Oh, cool, Donnie. That's great to hear. I'm glad to hear that. I'll be trying to soon. Oh, Paula, cool. I'm glad that you'll be doing some winter camping soon. Hope you can have fun with that. Just make sure you get a good stove. Once you have a good stove, you're fine. So 2A Overland, what's up, Jays? How you doing, buddy? All right. All right on, man. Hopefully that rock crawling goes good at 7,000 feet. Let me know if you run any snow up there. So, all right. Sandy had a glitch. Where is Jenny Springs in Florida? I don't know if Sandy. I'm not sure. I know that they talk about that all the time. And actually, the Dive Talk video, which they have up today, I think they're at Jenny Springs. And so it looks really cool down there. It's just one of those things that I have not ever had a chance to experience. So let's see. Mega Glypta. Have I ever tried sponsors? No, I've not. I usually stick to like either organic stuff or just locally grown things. I don't know where I would get that out here. Magic Sulphur River. Oh, okay, cool. Let's see. Stuck in Cocoa Beach, Florida, near eviction. Roommate was put in the mental. Oh man, I'm sorry to hear that. D Vince W. Let's see. Hey, Lynn's a little bit around now. Now, just check your no Paulus Clark. Just check your resolution. A lot of times it'll default to a lower one. Resolution's fine. So, all right. Lotus G, right on. Starting off our off-grid journey in Arizona at the end of the month. So excited to be breaking away. Yes, congratulations. And understand it's going to be hard. You'll have times that definitely test you, and you'll think like, man, I should just go back and just slip back into what I did before because I know how to do it. And it's easy to make money on stuff, but don't do it. Just stick it out, and you'll be glad you did. All the times that I've been out here and it's been challenging, and I've had to like really hunker down and make sure that I stick with it. It always gives me more confidence to go out there and do the next latest and greatest thing. Like I never thought I'd winter camp in negative 35-degree weather ever. But I did, and I got through it. I'm like, oh, you can get through it as long as you got the right gear, So I love that. And then now being up here on the ranch and being off grid, it's just so refreshing to like get off the freeway and then come back in here. And the drive back in here is awesome. And as I'm driving in, it's like I can see the boundary for the national forest in the background and all that stuff. And so I'm I just feel fortunate to be here, and I feel fortunate that I went through my stuff a little bit earlier than everybody else. But I definitely have been keeping an eye of what's been going on, and I think that my role going forward is just to show how you can live as free as possible, given what's going on. So it does seem like the tide's changing a little bit, like all this crazy stuff, like you need 18 million shots just to have a vaccine, which I'm not really on par with, but it's whatever. I'm just out here and just doing my thing and taking care of myself, so I'll be good to go. So, and Paula Hooper, yeah, the peace and quiet out here. That's what I love the most. I mean, I was talking to the property owner. So we have a property owners association, which basically we just raise money to maintain our own roads, because the county doesn't maintain our roads out here. And so I was talking to him, and he's like, the thing I love the most about there, he's like, yeah, it's peaceful and it's cool seeing the elk and it's cool seeing the deer and all that stuff. He's like, but it's just the peace and quiet. I'm like, yeah. I'm like, there's no noise. I mean, there's no noise. I thought there was a neighbor living over here, but it's not. He has a ranch that's down the way and he owns this place, but he just comes and grabs materials every once in a while. There's no one around me. Like, I can do whatever I want out here and no one hears me. No one sees me. I'm not under anybody's thumb. It's just great. So I really like it. So, all right, let's see here. Cool. That's a Scorp Squad. You said military retiree at age of 40 and now got pension and health care for life. That's awesome, dude. Tried truck camping. Tried trucking for a couple of years to pay off all the debt before I get into lifestyle. That sounds awesome, man. Yeah. I congratulations too on retiring. That's awesome, dude. At 40, man, you got your whole life out of it. You can do whatever you want. So Catfish and Poppy, thank you very much. Appreciate the super chat there. So hi from New Zealand and Smiler, hi back at you. Let's see. No pause, Clark. Did you fix your truck and is it 100%? No, not yet. I'm still waiting for the mechanic to get back to me on that. So we'll see what's up. So, all right. We've got a little bit more other biscuits here for Sierra. So we're going to feed her real quick. This is her pole position spot. So when we wake up in the morning, I sit here on the floor and cook dinner or cook breakfast. And she chills right there and waits for me to give her treats. Isn't that right, sweetie? Sierra's been so awesome. I've been building stuff. I've got the ATV shed, which I'm going to start working on probably a little bit more, and then they I'm getting some pretty interesting comments at the moment. And then I'm also building the outhouse, but I don't have that done yet. I did get the box enclosed. So what I'm doing is I'm using the technique to where you have you basically your shit box. You got that, but you want to enclose it as much as possible and try to make it somewhat airtight to where the only air that gets in is from where the seat is. And so you get the seat and obviously a little tiny opening underneath the seat. The air will come into there and go down into the area where it's composting. And then to the side of where you've got your hole, you have a PVC pipe that goes all the way through the roof and it's painted black. And so what it is it will pull in, and once it heats up, it pulls the air up through there and it creates like a natural airflow that goes through, and then you're good to go. So that's the way that you control the smell in there without having a fan or anything. And then you also can take wood shavings from chainsawing your wood. You can take that chainsaw dust and just throw it in there, whether it's pine or juniper, and it smells great. So it really helps out. So, all right, let's see here. Well, Jackie Richard, how you doing? Thanks for tuning in. All right. Well, I think I'm going to go ahead and log off now. We're gonna get a legit breakfast going, and then I've got to start getting some stuff done around here today. I do have a video which I'm working on right now. So far, it's about 25 minutes long. It's a couple different days out here. It's running to the farmers market, and then running around here and get ready for the storm and all that stuff. So we'll see. The upload times around here have been kind of spotty, so we'll see if I get that uploaded today. If not, it'll be up tomorrow. But I gotta upload it first for Patreon and get that loaded, and then I'll load it up on here. So we could have it later today or just tomorrow morning. And then I want to try to bang out a bunch of videos over Christmas, because I know a lot of people are going to be kind of hanging out, just kind of doing family stuff and having some downtime. So I'm gonna do that. I do have I still have footage from Engineer Pass from when I was in Colorado when I did that with Truckhouse Life. So I don't know if you all been following his channel, lately, but he's just getting done with all the Colorado stuff. So I'll probably put that there. And then Phil from Down to Mob, if you saw that on Monday, I think it's Monday the 12th. See the 12th. I know that'd be Sunday. So on Sunday he's got he's starting his Colorado series of when we're all there. So be kind of cool to check in that stuff. I'll share it on the channel too. If there's some really awesome videos in those in that little uploads that he's got coming, I'll make sure to share them on the channel. So all right, everybody, let's Scrub Squad. Starlink is not out here. Nope, not available. So all right, everybody, y'all have a good day. Thanks for tuning in. I'll get that video uploaded and we'll be good to go. And hope you all have a great start to the weekend. So thanks for tuning in. Have a good one. Here, say goodbye, everybody. Say, I want more treats.